So today we will study about again intelligent quotient, individual differences. So I hope you remember that yesterday we did about intellectual disability and giftedness. So today we will study the characteristics of these people. So classification of intellectual disability, that is ID. Yes, intellectual disability is again divided into various levels. Not everyone has the same IQ, as we know that the definition of intellectual disability is that the person has below average or below than 70 IQ score. But here there are various levels on the basis of which they are classified: mild, moderate, severe, and profound intellectual disability. So how they are different? They are different in terms of their IQ scores. Mild people have 55 to 70, moderate intellectual disabled people have 40 to 54, severe have 25 to 39, profound people have below 25 IQ score. And what are the characteristics? Obviously, as severe the case gets, they are having less number of skills. So if we talk about people who are mild intellectually disabled, these people are educable, means they can be educated and they can function independently with some social support. Moderate people are trainable, they can take care of themselves, but uh, they also require a lot of support from others. In severe, they acquire only basic skills, only basic daily skills, that they can perform self care or they can do their own work. Only these many skills are developed. They are not able to get educated because their intellectual level is not that. In profound, they have below 25 IQ score, and that condition is very, very bad because they even fail to sometimes develop basic self care skills. And throughout their life, they need supervision from someone or the other in their family. Now, talking about intellectual giftedness, as I have told you, people who have IQ score of more than 130, they are known as intellectual giftedness people. So, as you can see, here are some famous people who have intellectually very, very high IQ score. So, Quentin Tarantino, I hope you've heard, he's an American, director, filmmaker. Albert Einstein, 160, Charles Darwin, 165, Gary Kasparov, 190. And Gary Kasparov is a chess player. Stephen Hawking, again, writer, poet, physicist. So, now these talented peoples are also known as prodigies. Now, prodigies means the best in that field is known as prodigy. Just to give an example, this was a 12-year girl who has beaten the score of Stephen Hawking in IQ test. She has scored 162 on the Mensa IQ test, which is really, really very, very high for her age. Now, characteristics of intellectual giftedness. Very, very important. In board exam also, they generally ask these characteristics. First three points that they had, that I told you yesterday: high ability, high creativity, and high commitment. The three C's of intellectual giftedness. And then the characteristics. So, gifted people have advanced logical thinking and problem solving behavior. So their thinking, you will see that their thought process is very, very advanced. They are able to think very logically, very practically, and their process of processing information speed is very, very high. They're able to understand very easily, they're able to grasp the concepts very easily, they're able to relate very easily. So their processing information is very, very high. Then superior generalization and discrimination ability. You see that sometimes many of you get very confused between many of the things, that how is this similar to this, or whether this will be applied to this also, or you're not able to discriminate. So people who are intellectually gifted, they have very, very high level of these skills. They're able to generalize very nicely and they are able to discriminate very nicely related to concepts, I'm saying. Okay, next is advanced level of original and creative thinking. Yes, because they have logical thinking, they also have very, very creative and original thinking because their intellectual level is very high. Then they are independent and non-conformist. Non-conformist means they are not uh, just saying yes to whatever the other person says. They have their own way of thinking. They do not go besides people, that the group is going like this, so I should also go there like this. They have this separate thinking, and that is why they are called non-conformists. They do not agree to anything just because they want to be part of a group. They have a very, very independent thinking. And then preference for solitary academic activities for long period. And these people prefer to study alone in academics for long period.